Welcome to today's reading. We're going to do a holiday love reading. So we're going to be looking into love of any kind, whether that be family, friends, acquaintances, animals, lovers, so on and so forth. So generally, we're going to be looking into love, but go ahead and set your intentions on whatever sort of sphere in your love world that you really need to be knowing about. And we're going to tap into that, and then we're going to go on to the two options today. And just so you know, we're going to have a few more holiday love readings after this, just about 2 more. And, I'm gonna just be mixing it up. So, if anybody's got any suggestions or requests for readings that I can do, then I shall see about fulfilling them. Just let me know in the comments below, as they say. And then we'll get into it. Okay. So let's get started at 1, 2, 3 with the collective. What does the collective need to know about love? Okay, so we got Bo no Ku, first of all, in the upright, and that is 9 of Wands. And that is about coming to a state of completion, a state of ending things. So with whomever it is that you're dealing with, you are coming to a point where you're closing out a cycle with this person. So whatever it was that you were focused on with this person, whoever it is, you are coming to a point where spiritually you are getting ready to finally let go. You're getting ready to face the 10 of Wands. And what is paired with that is Ken no Kosho. And that is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is the first phase of speaking up, of conceptualizing, of thinking, of awakening to one's own wisdom and intelligence. It's almost like a teenage kind of card. Because when we're a teenager is when we start to have a more mature state of thinking, and that is a part of why our parents can start to butt heads with us, because they're not used to us starting to have a more adult way of thinking, even though we're not physically adults yet. So anyway, with that in mind, that could be relevant in some way for you in the collective. So you're closing out a cycle, basically, of being in this page-like energy with the people that you love. You're closing out this cycle of being treated like a kid or like a teenager, like you're immature. You're closing out this cycle of that. So this could mean that you could be in a relationship and you're like, this person doesn't look at me like the mature, brilliant person I am. And you're ready to walk away from that. That could very well be where you're at. And so what we got here is Kote. Kote in reverse, and that is the Emperor in reverse. And the Emperor is usually a stable, reliable, mature energy. Someone who can be quite supportive. So in your love sphere, in your love sector, there is, in contrast, this sort of this not so mature, not so stable patriarchal energy, or a masculine energy, who is not holding their weight, who who is forcing you to have to close out this cycle. Excuse me, I just smoked a doobie. It's got my throat all dry. They're causing you to have to close this chapter with them. Okay. We got the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands in the upright. With the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, that is about a message about working together. So it's like this masculine energy. There's this positive energy here coming through, paired with this Emperor in reverse. So it's like, okay, so I guess what I'm seeing here is that you're closing out this cycle of being treated in this immature way. And therefore, because of that, this masculine energy is seeing like, oh, maybe I should talk to this person, so-and-so, you, the queer, about actually working together on these things. So, interesting love energy for the collective. I'll pull maybe one or so more card and then we're going to move on to the options. So let's see, what else can we gain here to clarify this obscure message? So basically what's going on in love is that you are maturing past this person's expectations for you. And it's forcing them to have to update their model to see that they need to be working with you. And to see that they actually need to communicate that for the well-being of the relationship. Yeah. And to affirm that, we actually got Ken no O, which is the King of Swords in the upright. So even though we have the Hierophant in the reverse, we have the King of Swords in the upright coming through as soon as I said all that. And in a way, that's also your energy, because you are like, you're closing out this cycle of being perceived as this immature, naive, young-minded person who only thinks of things in a very one-dimensional way. And instead you're moving into the ultimate of the courtship of what it means to be an air sign, or rather what it means to be the holder of the sword when it comes to, you know, the Page of Swords where we're starting versus the King of Swords where we're ending. So I'm going to end it on that for the collective reading, and then we're going to move on to the options. So, for the two options that we have for option 1, a gingerbread girl who is wearing a green skirt, green buttons, green bow, and she's winking with her left eye. Option 1. And then option 2, we have a reindeer that has heart eyes. So, cute little in-love reindeer. Option 1. Gingerbread girl winking. Option 2. Reindeer with heart eyes. And when you're ready, we shall move on to the options. Ya'ate, to those who have chosen option number 1. Let's take a look at your holiday love reading and see what you got. I already pulled the cards, shuffled them and all that, so we can, you know, I can be efficient with my time here. So what you got initially here, first card that I flipped over, is Seihai no Ni. And that is the Two of Cups in reverse. So I'm sorry to say, for your holiday love reading, at the time of this reading, until, you know, you get an update. For right now, you got Two of Cups in reverse as your first card. But that's okay, right? It's okay to have the Two of Cups in reverse. Not the best news, but to start off, you know, it can be okay. Because this Two of Cups versus the Lovers is a more immature version of that. It is like the precursor energy. It's like the going out energy, the relationship energy. Whereas the Lovers is more of a long-term commitment, marriage, so on and so forth. So with this being your first card in reverse, it's showing that you may be at a point where you're finding that this relationship either is not working for you, or there are aspects of this relationship that are not working for you in your love life. And that basically you're not really seeing eye to eye on shared goals and all that, and you're starting to see maybe God has somebody else in store for you, or some other people, because you might be polyamorous, I don't know. Now let's get some more information here. So you have Jote in reverse, and that is the Empress in reverse. Ooh. So you might be in a relationship with a female or a feminine energy, and you're seeing that basically it's not really working out. Like, this isn't really the basket you want to put your eggs into. I saw 1111 as I says that. And you're seeing that maybe somebody else can nurture your feminine or your caring energy that you have. Like, maybe these people that you're involving, this person you've involved yourself with, doesn't really care like you do about the relationship. Yeah, there's a bit of energy here to kind of show that. Oh boy. So I just went ahead and flipped them all over because this card here. So you got Koka no Ni, and that is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So on top of Two of Cups, you got Two of Pentacles in reverse. So it's showing that this relationship, as well as the ability to balance out the energy in the relationship, it's just not working out. It's just not working out, okay? And what makes that all kind of divine in this way where you're coming to a point where you have to accept it, what's making that divine is that you have the Justice card here in the upright. It's the only upright card. You got two major arcana, but one of the two is in the upright, and that is the Justice card. Seigi in the upright. Okay, so that means that even though these things are unbalanced, it is divine, and the scales are going to be balanced soon enough. Yeah. So that concludes your reading. Those who have chosen, I know I'm doing it short. I'm trying to actually do the speed run like I say I'm trying to do. Okay? I've been saying it video after video. I'm a speed run this, and your girl be slacking. Okay? So here I am. Speed ran it. Don't worry, when I get more space, I'm gonna do the short readings, I'm gonna do the long readings, I'm gonna do the medium, I'm gonna do the extra small, I'm gonna do it all, okay? Anyway, this concludes your reading. For those who have chosen number 1, the gingerbread winking girl. Yeah. Ahehe, gigawaba meninawa. Yaat A, to those who have chosen option number 2, the reindeer with the heart eyes. Alright, let's jump into your reading. Which card should I pick? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I want to go with number 1. Whoa, what is this? Okay, this is wild. I just pulled a card that came up before, and I did shuffle the deck a good moment before I started this reading. I paused in between. And this card came up like in the exact same position as it did in the other reading, but it came up in reverse. Came up basically on the far left side in the other reading, and now it's same position in the reverse. That's wild. Okay, anyway, first card is Seigi, and that is the Justice card in reverse. Wow. Wowzers. Yeah, okay, that's something. So, first of all, with your love life, you got the Justice in reverse. That shows that something ain't going that right. Something ain't going that smoothly. So, it's showing that basically, whoever it is that you're dealing with, there is some sort of injustice in this relationship. And let's get a little more insight here as to what that could be. So this injustice has to do with, there are some repeating cards here. I did shuffle these and I pulled them out individually. I pulled these out one at a time. So if you see my other videos, that's why it takes so long for me to shuffle, because I am trying to ensure I really get different energy. So anyway, we got the 9 of Wands in the upright. That's Bo no Ku. Bo no Ku right next to the Justice in reverse. So yeah, because of some sort of injustice in your relationship, it's forcing you to have to navigate, take a look at how you're navigating based on this situation. Like, you're basically looking at the hand that you've been dealt and you're seeing like, sheesh, like, who's dealing these cards, because this ain't it. This ain't it, okay? So you are very focused now because of that on where to go next, on where your journey in life, in love especially, is taking you. And we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Koka no Jo. And with that, that's like saying that you, the Queen, have not been able to invest your love. I'm not saying that you're a woman, okay? But that's coming up here right next to the 9 of Wands. So it's almost like saying that this abundance that you have been carrying around with you, that you've been cultivating, has not been viewed as something that's worth the time and energy and the investment of other people. And that's because of they've just not been valuing you in the way that you need to be valued. Oh boy. So this is a tough reading for you today, but that's all right. You know, it just shows that things need to be changed and corrected. There's a lot of correction energy about misalignments in terms of love here today. So we got the Bo no Yon. That is the 4 of Wands in the reverse. The only upright card is the 9 of Wands. So you could potentially be a fire sign, or this could be somebody in your life. Somebody in your life could be a fire sign, and they could be like this northern light, or if you're in the South Pole, I don't remember exactly which light they use down there, what star it is. But either way, there could be somebody in your life that is like this guiding force that is pulling you in as a sort of either, you know, somebody to spend the rest of your life with, or somebody that you truly love and you can rely on and that loves you. That could be how that's being read. Either way, there's a very compass-oriented sort of energy going on here. And so yeah, as mentioned earlier in the collective, a cycle is coming to the end here. You're having to close out a cycle. And that is due to this injustice. That is due to your abundance, your ability to take what people give you and to create something beautiful. That's because of that being overlooked. And therefore, it's caused you to have unstable relationships with people. And you've been doing your best here with the 9 of Wands in the upright. You've been doing your best here to actually navigate that and get through that. Even though people have just been taking the pentacles that you give them and just being like, oh, that's cool, it's just a rock. And then they just toss it on the ground. Meanwhile, there are people out there trying to find the perfect rock to paint or to use for something. So that's where you're navigating. You're navigating towards these people that are looking for your rocks, okay? As the Queen of Pentacles, they're looking for the solid foundation that you are able to bring in a relationship. Because that is one of the energies here, right? With the 4 of Wands. That's a stable relationship. But it being in the reverse, it's like, where's the stable relationship at? Don't see it. You're navigating towards it, okay? So, yeah. This basically concludes the reading for those who have chosen number 2. The reindeer with the heart eyes. Ahehe. Giguaba. And as I've mentioned, I am going to be doing a little PSA here at the end if anybody's still hanging on. I'll be doing more love readings, so just stay tuned. They'll be coming up. I'm going to finish up. I'm doing like 3 in a row when I do my uploads most often, just to build a bit of consistency. And then there's going to be another psychic gateway, and you can stay tuned for that. All right, now I'm closing it out. Ahehe, giguaba.